the operation of this state's government? I doubt it. I think it's going to be necessary for me as governor and for us as Ohioans um, to um, to confront difficult choices in difficult times. I have tried, as you know, to be transparent and candid. I have met over the last 2.5 weeks with legislative leaders, with a community of faith, with social service providers throughout our state, with mayors and with commissioners, county commissioners, with the education community, with the labor community, and with the business community. I had some 15 or so of Ohio's major business leaders at the governor's residence last night, and we spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours talking about our circumstances. I asked them for their advice and guidance because these are individuals who deal with difficult problems and decisions all the time. They have great experience collectively and individually. And so I'm reaching out. I'm trying to be forthcoming and transparent and absolutely candid. The people of Ohio deserve to know exactly the circumstances that I am dealing with as governor. And I believe it's going to take all of us working together in order to move forward in a way that will, as I have repeated myself, said by saying, maintain the essential services that are necessary for this government to carry out, while at the same time doing so in a way that is efficient, that saves resources, and that enables us to get through this period of deep, deep economic challenge while continuing to have priorities and to invest in those priorities as we move forward.
But are you arguing that the conditions are worse in Ohio than they are in Michigan or New York or California or other areas with larger budget deficits?
No, I don't think they're worse. I think they're very similar. I can tell you, I've talked with Governor Doyle of Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a somewhat smaller state than Ohio. They're facing a potential budget deficit of about $6 billion. I've talked with Governor Patterson in New York. New York's a larger state. He's facing a budget deficit of something like $15 billion. So no, I'm not saying that Ohio is facing worse circumstances. I'm saying that nearly every state in this nation is either in recession or in danger of being in recession, with Alaska being the one exception. And that's due to the fact that Alaska is a very small state in terms of population and has oil reserves, which they utilize, to help deal with their economic and budget problems. But I've been on the phone with numbers of governors. I think many of us are advocating for the things that I've shared with you today. We believe that the circumstances we face are in large part a result of what's happened at the national level. Ohio's economy, I think, if there had not been a collapse of so many financial institutions and the problems with Wall Street, would not be facing what we're facing today. But we are all a part of one great country, and each of the states have their own individual circumstances to face, but so many states are dealing with what I'm dealing with here in Ohio. Republicans and Democrats. This is not a partisan issue. This is an issue I think that should cause us to come together in common purpose to try to make the best decisions that we can make for the common good of all.
Can I ask a really quick question
Can
about
ask
today's
anything.
event?
Sure.
Several years ago, Walmart, which was growing rapidly, took some criticism for not offering benefits. I myself drove down to Appalachia and interviewed folks in
Yes.
food bank
Sure.
lines who were employed
Sure.
there. What is your sense of how that has evolved over time? Are they doing their part for...
Well, I'm really not in a position to make a judgment about the corporate structure and operations of Walmart. I know there have been criticisms, but I'm here today because they are in fact contributing $300,000 to a food bank, and I think that's something that is worthy of recognition. And in addition to that $300,000, $100,000 is being made available to help people with home heating needs. And that's something that I think is worthy of recognition. So my being here today is not a stamp of approval on Walmart or Walmart's corporate behavior overall, but without a doubt, what they are doing here today is noteworthy, and I would hope that other individuals, businesses, and corporations would also see it within their means and within their hearts to make similar contributions, large and small.